How can you prevent financial disaster before you graduate from dental school? If you are a D4 or an AGD or GPR resident, you're going to want to listen to this. I have my awesome friends, Jim and Tyler, key resources and sponsors of Dental Nachos, of Doctors Disability Insurance. It's not a topic that people love to talk about, but it's a topic that will prevent you from burning your nachos, because there are dentists that did not listen or hear or are aware of getting disability insurance as a D4 or resident, and they wish they did. And the consequences can be disastrous. So while I am the JBN guy and the fun guy, it's important to be responsibly concerned, even scared at times, because that fear will protect you. So Jim and Tyler, I've set you guys up to share with us, what do you guys do and what should D4s and residents be doing right now?
Well, thank you for having us, Dr. Goodman, and hello to everybody. So Doctors Disability Specialists is a team. It's a company here in Massachusetts that specializes in helping dentists obtain and learn about and really get in place their disability insurance. Usually graduating dental school, but if somebody waited 10, 15 years to get it, we can still help them as well.
So you can help anyone on the Nacho plate, any age or stage, but our current D4s and GPR residents are often facing over $300,000 in debt, to put it nicely. They are going out there and they need to protect this investment, which is themselves. Jim, tell us a little bit about the application process. I'm a D4, I'm watching in right now, and I say, I got to reach out to these guys. Tell me about the application process.
We try to make it as simple and painless as possible, especially this year in the pandemic. More on that in a second. You reach out to us. We set up a time to talk, usually about a half an hour on the phone. We share our screen. We educate you. We get you comfortable with the language and what you want to be looking for. And then we submit an application and we see how that goes. It takes a month or two. And because of the COVID, there's no nurses visit this time around. So you 2020ers and 2021ers are in, if there's one silver lining, it's that little piece of luck. You got
to embrace the silver lining. I like that. Now, Tyler, they might be saying, I got so much debt already. And I know as a medium-aged dentist, I just want to go back to them and say, hey, this is something you can't mess around with because this is protecting you. But let's say they're concerned about cost, okay? What is the normal amount of disability insurance a new dentist is getting to cover each month? And what range could they expect to pay?
I don't think it's as big as people think. I'd say roughly around $100 without cutting corners.
To prevent financial disaster, $100 a month to make
without cutting corners.
Without cutting corners, right?
That's doing a good job. Like you can make it $50, it just won't be that good.
Right.
You keep that in mind.
And while we're here talking about disasters, and I'm intentionally trying to scare people to be responsible, be concerned, tell us a little bit. Like Jim, have you ever had somebody need to use their disability for 6 months and they went back to dentistry?
Absolutely, all the time. It's a common situation.
So it's ability to keep paying their loans, pay their rent, pay food, and then get back to dentistry after they recovered?
You got it.
Awesome. And Tyler, before we wrap up, and I just like the story's always the star, are there dentists out there, and maybe there are people who have shifted and worked for insurance companies, or they've gone and done consulting, but it's because they can't practice. You said, I wish I heard this as a dental student. Have you ever worked with a dentist like that?
Yeah, unfortunately, all the time. There's no redos. Once this stuff ends up in your medical records, it's not like buying a house your first time where you don't have a shovel and it snows and you go buy a shovel and you deal with it. Once you have a health issue, it's too late. You can't unring that bell and there's no do-overs. The stakes are high.
And everything that matters needs a system, and everything matters is my favorite phrase, coupled with make the best decision in the moment, because you don't want to feel like this inside, Mr. Grumbly. This happens to all of us. You don't want to feel like, I wish I had done this. And what I'm sharing with you is if you are a D4 now or a GPR AGD resident, just find out how people like Jim and Tyler can help you, because the best investment is protecting yourself. And it's at a rate that's not crazy expensive, because this is their healthiest time. Is that usually the case? Yeah. If somebody's lived life on the edge, Jim and Tyler, and they've gone 7 years without it, but then they go to get rated, I'm assuming that it's usually not as good as it would have been back in their healthier days. Is that accurate?
That 7 years of savings by not having it will be outweighed by the incremental cost for the remaining 20 years. That's the way it works. So they think that, oh, I didn't have it for 7 years, I made it, I saved that money. No, you're going to pay for it. It's just going to pay for it on the back end.
And I'll share with you, I'm trying to make us have authentic conversations. And there's a disability insurance agent who's been around for years. And some dental schools had said, we don't want him to come into our school, blah, blah, blah. He's trying to take advantage, blah, blah. But this insurance agent was there helping students. And there's a dental Nacho I'm friends with who said if he never met this person as a dental student, he wouldn't be able to support his family because he cannot work full time. But because of a policy he signed up for when he was getting business advice at dental school. So he was lucky to cross paths with that person. And our group is lucky to cross paths with you. You're amazing people, amazing friends, amazing sponsors. Just share for the video because tomorrow I think 1 or 2 million people will watch in, maybe 3 million to go viral. If you make it go viral, that'd be helpful to me. How can people, we have text DDS to 215-543-6454. The Nacho team will connect you. If somebody's watching, just wants to reach out to you directly, Jim, what's the best way to do so?
Let's do emails. james.cashmar@ddsteam.net
Awesome.
or tyler.destefano@dds.net. And our spellings are on our little avatars here.
Awesome. Well, a lot of life is thriving and reaching for your goals, but a lot of it is preventing feeling like this. And you guys help us do this. Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.